New tonight, Congressman and California gubernatorial candidate Eric Swalwell is the target of a new lawsuit. A conservative filmmaker alleges that Swalwell does not live in the state. ABC's 10's Jeannie Nguyen is here to break it all down for us tonight.
Alex, the lawsuit alleges Congressman Eric Swalwell hasn't lived in the state for years and has a full-time home in Washington, D.C. In response, Swalwell is already posting on social media that he's confident he'll beat this lawsuit.
First, you have to be a United States citizen. Second, you have to be a registered voter in the state. And third, you must be a resident for the preceding 5 years leading up to the gubernatorial election.
According to the California Constitution, these are the 3 requirements candidates must have to run for governor. Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell is currently leading the gubernatorial race in his party, and he's been the target of President Trump's allegations over mortgage fraud, in which he denies.
I don't wake up to fight Donald Trump. I wake up to fight for Californians.
Now Swalwell is targeted again over his place of residence in this new lawsuit filed last week. Joel Gilbert is a conservative filmmaker who created this website to post his lawsuit and all the filings to try and prove Swalwell does not live in California full time. He claims Swalwell owns a home in Washington, D.C., hasn't had a permanent place to live in California for years, and says the home address Swalwell listed on his candidate intention form is an office building in Sacramento.
Residency doesn't require that you are in the state 365 days out of the year. Residency is primarily based on one's intent to be a resident of that state.
Gilbert is calling for Swalwell to end his gubernatorial campaign. In an exchange on X, Swalwell responded to the lawsuit by saying all congressmen from California live in both California and D.C., adding that he'll beat Gilbert in court. In response, Gilbert claimed Swalwell falsified documents without a California address and declared his D.C. home as his principal home. Gilbert believes that is enough to disqualify Swalwell from the race. Legislative analyst Chris Micheli says a judge will have the last say, but believes Swalwell has a strong case to argue.
Born and raised in Dublin, California, in the East Bay, and where he served, for example, on the city council, and obviously that is the home base of his congressional district, CD 14. I think he's going to demonstrate that he's been essentially a lifetime resident of that area.
Swalwell would not do an interview with ABC 10, but his campaign consultant tells us he's always had a residence in the Bay Area. And because of the thousands of death threats, it's legal to list a campaign office as the address for his legal filings.
I also tried reaching out to Joel Gilbert to comment on this story, but he did not respond to my request.